appears second time with the charm. So now I should be able to check and see we are live in both places. Merry Christmas, Ethan. Even though we're still 2 days out. Merry Christmas, Ethan. I can't work out what's going on with the stream. Okay, I think it's working on both places. It's definitely working on Twitch. It's running on YouTube. So I guess that means it's time to start it properly. Right, let's do this. Hello, welcome back to the streams or the YouTube videos, depending on which way you prefer to digest this content. So while I put the chat back up, if you're here in the video, means nothing to you, the live stream, but if you're watching it on the video, hello there, welcome back again. Christmas hat is on because this is being recorded 23rd of December. The video will go up 24th or Christmas Day. Probably will be the last time you'll see me before Christmas. That's the aim. Well, not the aim, but the plan. I'll probably be back about the 27th because Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, obviously very busy days. My birthday, obviously Boxing Day, so busy day there. And then we'll be back 27th or 28th of December. Anyway, let's get into this. Welcome back to the NWA Legacy Reborn series on Pro Wrestling Sim. I realised that last time I left it where we hadn't done live wire. We hadn't went through all this, but we sold 30 tickets at live wire, made 25k. We made 1,000 in South America, lost 800 in Oceania, still not doing well in Oceania. Made 8 grand in North America, made 2 grand in Europe, that ain't bad. Made another $800 in Asia, and lost out 158 in Africa, but we are gaining in Africa, to be fair. Kyle O'Reilly also got offered a contract with AEW, so we are in a situation with him, aren't we, where we could get him, we could not have him. It all depends on circumstances, but we're still here. And I realise we lost a lot of money there, like over $500,000, but we are steadily building up. But the reason we lost that money, nothing we could do about it. We lost 500 grand in March because we didn't run a show technically, even though, well, we joined on the 31st of March, so obviously we couldn't run a show. Anyway, well, we are going to try and get to the Crockett Cup in today's episode. I will probably be here for like an hour and a half. If you're on the live stream, in the video, this will probably be like a same as the old one, another 40 minutes. Depends how quickly stuff happens, I guess. It's the aim anyway. But I don't think I've done anything since the last stream, so I don't think I have anything to catch you up on. We just need to get through the episodes on the way to the Crockett Cup and full control of us having over the company with our own stuff. Nixon Jones gonna work in attack, so that's something. I don't think there's anyone we're gonna think about bringing in. I'm beginning to try and think maybe we shouldn't keep trying to go for WWE and AEW talent because they're useless. In the fact that their contracts will expire. kid like us have been offered a contract by NWA. Make an offer to join the roster for a tour. Okay. Okay, that's something. Not great. As long as he's going to be here for the Crockett Cup, we're fine. If he's not, we're fucked. Because we don't have someone to be in his position. I need to keep getting the chat back up. I keep knocking off. Okay. But everything's just out there. So also, I want to thank Jacqueline for the follow because it kind of just weren't working for some reason. But now, Monica, Karen Petrovich is going to get a new deal with WWE apparently. Like, let's have a look at this quickly. We've got a little time. Is there? Well, because we can filter by hireable. So we will filter by. Is it hire? Yeah, it's just hireable. Because then we can just go by overall marketability. Of course, Becky Lynch hadn't came back to do this. Malachi Black's still without a job. So if he stays without a job, well, that's an option we can take. Takeshita's not got a job. Masaya is not on a formal contract with anyone. Which makes a lot. Soraya isn't. A lot of people aren't, I'm beginning to realise, because not many people have been signed to full-term deals with people. We do have some good styles what we could bring in. However, money-wise, bringing in some of these is not really doable. Sorry about that. We could bring in a new Suzuki. I mean, bringing in a lot of non-Megan talent isn't the aim, really. I don't think that's where we want to go. But there's a lot of non-US talent. Adrian Sevilla been sacked by this point. Like, we've got Matt Riddle we could bring in. Ozawa, who is really good in the UK when he was in Progress. Mustafa Ali would be. Like, there's plenty of good talents here that we could look to make deals for. Mark Laku, British talent, but I don't think. I think I'm going to end up getting a lot of time from around the world. I think more than. Like, we could get Matt Cardona in on a deal. A man who is a former NWA World Champion. But yeah, there's plenty of options if you want to make some signings. Mark Haskins, who's only working with Burning Heart at this point, but like a pretty decent talent. I think my thing with getting US talent, I need to get more US talent more than other ones. But it's me. I gravitate towards the talent that I know from the UK. However, we will not be bringing anyone in yet. I was kind of trying more on like trying to get the WWE talent, like anyone whose contracts are expiring. Because that's always a good way to look at things. I might have misspelled horrible, but who cares? Hope of ringing Glenn Jacobs. Rest. That's harsh. Like, we've got time we can bring in. Obviously. EC3, I did think about bringing him back. I don't know why you left him, but he's 42, and I think it might be time to move past him. Chris Bay, sadly, still injured. Or he would be a pretty cool time to get him and Ace Austin in, but I thought Ace Austin left for no, he's still working in TNA currently. So that's what a grace. There's I will play in a game with a lot of UK talent, let's be real. But I'm hoping that we're not going to take too long on running shows. We're going to try and get to the Crockett Cup. I need to start getting distracted with things because I want the Crockett Cup to happen in this episode. It might not, depends how long we run, really. Kid Like Us is going to do a tour with Noah. Does that affect him working for us? Danny B has offered a contract by Stardom. Is that like a full... Is that like a tour thing? It's a tour thing. I don't know what the tour does. I won't lie, I've never really counted it in the time playing this. I'm trying to find a Lycos gym for some reason instead of just looking for Kid Lycos. Ah, it's a written contract. Indie bookings allowed though, okay. So, we're classed as an indie talent still, and we're going to take full use of that with people like Kid Lycos and Danny B obviously staying, hopefully, for us. Time to book an event. Time to not... Oh, hello. We're all sick and tired of the push that Tiffany is getting. You should reduce his push before 29th of July. That is mental. I've never seen that before. Like, oh, we think we need to knock her down a level. I don't think she's on a high level as it is. She's in the lower mid card. And who the fuck are you? You're CJ. CJ, okay. Like, is it just you're jealous? Are they above you? And you're an enhancement talent. Telling me, oh yeah, I think we should knock it. You can go fuck yourself. Who do you think you are? Saying me or should be putting in what division? Disgraceful behaviour. I actually can't remember what we did on the last episode. I'm gonna run it back because my mind doesn't work that well. Is this the last? Okay, the last one, the Wednesday. So no, on Tuesday. Are we in the same month? We are on Tuesday. Okay. Last one we ran. Saw them two talking trash. They finally brawled, of course, again. Leading to their match at Le Pay-Per-View. Kratos vs Jay Bradley happened. Kratos again beat Jay Bradley. Like, not much there. Those were announced, okay, which I'm pretty sure I've. Yeah, Chris Dangerous Black Christian, Black Christian won. Colby Queen and Tom Latimer with a pull-apart brawl. Knox and Murdoch took on Blunt Force during the main event. Of course they did, because I remember that. I don't remember much else what happened, but I remember. Also, I want to check something with the champion, the women's champion, Kenzie Page, because I can't remember how we did it, how it went. Kenzie Page was taking back over. She won the match. Can I can't remember how she won it. I think it was cheating. Anyway, let's book the show. We are potential terms of 1:15. Is it worth it to just... No, I don't think it is, because we're just about filling it. I think we need to be filling it a lot more before we think about upgrading. Anyway, I can't remember what I was going to do this week. I want them to tell one more match and just have Breaking Ball Lugurski be absolutely battered. Because our two matches, I'll probably do one more match between the two of them, which is going to happen. We only have to fill an hour of content, not even an hour. So, where is it? Because I want to talk about him being shit. New Alliance, losing streak. I guess losing streak. I promise I'm gonna win. And you're not. Was you in the... Are you in here? No, you're in the lower mid card along with Kratos. Kratos Wrecking Ball like a ski. And our backstage personality is that one there, Myra Diaz Gomez. Yeah, like you can have a 3-minute segment. I'm not giving you long. Cool. What else do we want to do? Tom Lama, Colby Carino. I'm thinking maybe we give them a match, not against each other, but I like a little. Some matches. Mims, Silas Taylor. They didn't. Did they even do anything last week? Did I forget about Mims and Silas Taylor last week? Yes. The answer is yes. Mims and Silas Taylor did absolutely nothing last week. Bodes well when I am not even booking them in matches, doesn't it? Or even in segments. I think, well, we need some matches for the night. And I think we have Colby Carino, who is in the mid-card. He is. He's going to have a match, and he's going to fight an actual person who we brought in, I think. Who actually I care about. Like, I don't care about them losing. Here, anyway. Or do we just not? Do we just put like Odinson in a match with him? Give Colby Carino a win? Actually, do you have anyone in the upper mid card? Give him a credible win kind of thing. My guess is no. Oh, here's an idea. Champions versus challengers. Just because it gives us something to do for the week. And I think it's right to have them have a match. And we will have... There you go. Sort it out in the end. Like, they can go 10 minutes. This is the main event. Give them 11 minutes. The main event, Kenta can run it. The winner could give Colby Carino a big pinfall win over Mims Taylor, because I think that kind of sets up a good thing of he's beat a champion. Even if he can't beat Tom Latimer, he still has some kind of bragging. He pinned the champion. Yeah, I think that's my thought going into that. We also have we've done that, so it's just we just Kenzie Page and Natalia Markova, and then it's just whatever I want to do. We've got 3 weeks. I'm thinking I don't think there's any matches I do want to do a Chris Danger thing, because we've got to announce another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. Yeah, 2 each week then. And I think we have again another match this week in which Chris Danger is going to lose. We're also going to give the man I'm actually trying to put a lot of stuff into him, Black Christian. It's a good win. I'm going to give an actual debut here to someone I've already announced, probably. Try, let's... do I give one of the tag teams an actual win before the tournament even begins? Chris Danger, you're going to get fucked over. No matter who I put in here, you're losing. I don't know who to put in. A lot of them own tag teams, I realised. And like my main card is just one guy. It's just Tom Latimer. Just Tom Latimer. It's just the champion. I did also run heel versus heel last week, so that's like nothing I care about. But I think we just we have him here. Let's give, where is he? I can't remember what name he's going by in this. I can't remember what name he used before. It's Jay Malachi. That's one. We're gonna give him like 7 minutes. We'll give him 6 minutes. 7. We'll give 7. I'll let Danger have a fight, but he's obviously going to get beaten by Mr. J Malachi with that springboard cutter. I don't think Chris Danger's got. Yeah, they did Chris Danger dirty, didn't they? Really, let's be real. Yeah, so that's going to happen at some point. We do need to book something with Kenzie Page and Sam over. We've still got 40 minutes to book. We can give like actual time to matches, but we want to do a promo here with. I mean, they brawled last week. Do we let them brawl again? I think. I think we do this because I'm pretty sure both Kenzie and her sister are. I was supposed to put Kenzie and her sister the other way around. Is it Kylie? I expect it begins with K. Yeah, like, you know. Kenzie's in the upper mid card, yeah. Because this, then. Because then we just give them something to do. They can start the show because I like to start with a promo. We still have quite a bit of time to book. We have another 27 minutes we can book. We need to book the video angle. That's what we need to do. Which I can't remember how long I normally do the video angles. And this week we need to announce 2 teams, and those 2 teams are going to be. I actually haven't announced my costume yet. I think this week we announce an American. No, wait, because we don't have another American team after that, do we? No. We'll announce Lycos Jim and Zebrats. Like, I'll do like a 3-minute thing. Give them. I can't remember how long I normally do. And it's just the next entrance into the Croquet Cup. And that then gives us a little bit more. Not much. We still have 24 minutes we can book, which means it's match time, and we're. I have 7 to still announce, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 to still announce with 3 shows. So I think I will go and announce one more team quickly. I think we will announce one of the American teams, which is going to be the Country Gentlemen. And we are also then going to have a tag team match still, which will see one of the tag teams who have been announced. Like, give them a little thing in America kind of thing, I'm thinking, to give it to the Boisterous Behaviour. We're going to give them their. I just dragged Leon Slayer on his own, I did there. And they can take on. I don't want to give them another team who are in the tournament. Because then it's like, oh, yes, they aren't going to fight in the tournament kind of thing. Well, they might. Who knows? Like everyone, you feed blunt force trauma to them. And we just have Leon Slater and Man like Therese absolutely dominate. He's going to pin damage with a Swanton 450. Because that can these two wrestle? Not really. Well, Carnage, no, damage is awful. So we can't even put anything sexy on there. And we still have 20 minutes to book. We are going to book mid-carder, Mr. Blake Christian, who is, of course, being groomed for big things in this company. And he needs a face to beat. And I apparently have more faces than heels. However, when I look at the actual people in the cards, I highly doubt it. How against one of them? Mario Padua. I don't even know who you are. Like, you can absolutely be the person that we're gonna feed the Blake Christian this week. And have Blake Christian tap him out, because I can't remember if Blake Christian has a suspicion. I'm pretty sure he does. And it is pretty much purpose. Make Blake Christian look extra good, please. So we've got 14 minutes to book. I mean, we don't have to book every single minute. I get it, but it does say you can leave up 20%. I think we're overdoing it if we book another match. So I think we just leave this episode here, and then we go to like have the show. I'm not missing anything, I don't think. So I think we can just be here and be like, welcome back to NWA Live Wire, and we start off with Blake Christian versus Mario Padua. 30% crowd reaction, 1.5 star match, 61% match quality, 46% overall. Did the job. Blake Christian gains a bit of popularity, not much, but enough. And then we go to Kylie Page and Kenzie Page beating down Natalia Markova. Kylie Page would get a slightly better crowd reaction if she had more momentum. That's fine though, because she's just there to really be the backup to Kenzie. Do the job for Kenzie. 65 on that, 59 on the promo, 87 on Natalia Markova's entrance, so that's pretty decent. Chris Daniel versus Jay Malachi, 2.5 star match, you know. With a bit more time, they could have pulled off a better match than this. Yeah, but I don't really want to trust Chris Daniel to try and have a good match. No offense to him. 47% crowd reaction, a 70 match quality, a 2.5 star match, and a 55 overall. That's not the worst. And then we get to the next entrance to the Crockett Cup are announced. Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos 2, Lycos Jim, Shun Skywalker Ishin of Zebrat, and KC Kazana and AJ Kazana, the Country Gentleman. Handle character changes. Apparently there was someone to... Oh yes, Kid Lycos 2, Tony Keel. It was a failure. It doesn't matter, it's just Tony Keel. Them two gain nothing apart from in North America. Interesting. But everyone else gaining go all over the world. Nice. And then the next one, boisterous behaviour versus blunt force drama. Man like Derice and Leon Slater taking the win over Carnage and Damage. Yeah, they're a decent match. 36%, 2%. They're a 2-star match. 65%, 47%. Not to be better, but Leon Slater's the only person to gain in that match. That's a bit disappointing. And now we're on to Wrecking Ball Legursky discussing his losing streak. Only got 60. Not the worst, not the best for someone who's in enhancement talent. And in the main event, Colby Carino and Silas Mason took on the two champions they will be they will be trying to get the belts from in Tom Latimer and Mims. And nothing really gained from this, apart from Mims losing a bit of popularity. 41%, 1.5 star match quality, 59%, and 47% on overall. Not the worst, not the best, did the job. We maxed out and could have got 54th. Don't know if that's better than we could have got before, but we'll take it overall. That's not a bad show. We're running okay, I think. I think that's the last episode in April though, so we will be going into a new month now, which is exciting. Yeah. Summary of NWA Livewire. Sold 937 tickets, so globally upgraded the thing. Made 23 grand from that. NWA Livewire on Triller in South America made us 1,400. We lost in Oshana with $806 loss. Not the best. We made $9,794 in North America. Another 2,500 in Europe. Nearly $1,000 in Asia. And we lost 140 in Africa. We're gaining in Africa. You know what? That's surprising, but we'll take it. The finances now are going to probably just go through the floor at some point, which is to be expected, I think. But that's not the worst case scenario, really. It's not the best, obviously. We don't want to be losing that much, but Dominic Green off the contract, GCW. That's hopefully not anything. Masha Slamovich has left companies. Is she signed somewhere? She's went to Tokyo Joshi Wrestling. Okay, makes sense. OTT make a contract renewal for Big Dame. I'm assuming that's not going to be a permanent deal. GCW, I'm assuming again, not going to be a permanent deal. So we're fine. I think we're okay. I think we'll be fine. We have also now, we're running into a situation where we have we have 4 teams doing it. Noam Dar signed another deal with WWE. Lady Frost signed a deal with AEW. Dijack's working for DPW. Is Dijak any good? I think he's underrated. But I think he should be better than he is, but okay. Trent Barrett might be going to WWE. Just any big news? No, that's all the big news. So yeah, we'll be getting closer to the next event. And we've got to book 2 more before we get to Crockett Cup. But after we get to Crockett Cup, we will be in a pretty decent position. If you'd like us, this contract to expire, will it? Surely it shouldn't, because there's a lot of indie bookings. So one indie promotion. So surely we should be fine. I might just offer him a new contract, because I'm assuming we can. We can. So make offer. There we go. Lycos is now apparently here still again. Chris Danger wants a push. Do you know what? We've got 3 months. I'll give it to him. Ken Takabashi is an offer contract by Dragon Gate. Fuck you, Dragon Gate. Because I'm pretty sure you can offer full-time deals. I don't know if you can offer full-time deals to her. Oh, make an exclusive offer to Ken Takabashi. Yeah. Thanks, Dragon Gate. Just what I needed. We're going to need to... we're going to have to find a good agent now. I like how some of these have like perfect agenting. I think it could... it's a non-thing deal. Good game to join us. And mostly be... I'd rather just have someone I can have as a full-time fucking member of the backroom staff than in the ring. Jaguar Yakato. I don't have a woman, so she's good to have around. She wants me. Oh, she wants to wrestle still. Oh, no. Ricky Chosu is pretty decent. Could get him to do in the staff. Yeah, I think that's fine. And I want to maybe bring in a woman. Or, we've got Johnny Saint in already. Oh yeah, Born Kazan. Ozaka. She's still a wrestler, so that's the issue. The Japanese continue wrestling for quite a while, so it makes it a bit difficult. Can't get Jushi Shunda Liger in. Saramato's still working with WA, yeah. I don't think we're in a position where we're going to get a woman, which I don't think is an issue. Really, an issue. Randy Orton's got 87 agenting. Like, look at this man. Chris Jericho, Bret Hart. He's got 87 agenting. I thought I was flying Bret Hart. I thought I was looking at Bret Hart. Yeah. Oh, only 1,500 an appearance. I don't think it counts as an appearance. However, I'm not taking that risk. Chigusa Nagaya. Oh, Chigusa Nagaya, yeah. There we go, there's our woman to do what we need. I like how staff can have a fucking heel or face roll. Great one. Takes a while to get through the days, I've realised. But we run on Tuesdays, don't we? So into the next episode now. So let's time to get booking again, I guess, when it loads, when the day finishes. Yeah, like we are hemorrhaging money. We lost 400k there. Where are we losing all this money? Because we had 123k in there. Merchandise, we made a bit of money. Network deals made 62 grand. So we're not making too much money. We're making what, like 175ish. I think the production is really heavy on us. However, I don't want to really cut down on a lot of production. Is there anything in productions? I don't know what we can do yet. I think because we are paying 500k a month on something that we're making nowhere near 500k on. That's an issue. Marketing is a 20k as well. Catering and return, okay, which is not the worst. Back office. That 100 grand, I can't look at the zeros. I had 100 grand on editing. Is that like where it's all going? We lose 5% score on a lot of these though. And I think that's an issue. Like 580k a month is a huge issue. Small part-time team. I think we'll just use copyright music. Takes down our stuff a little bit. I don't know where. Oh, that's where we're spending most money. I think we just don't spend that. Actually, might as well keep that in place then. We'll keep the in-house stuff in place. But we won't have people working with background. So talent right that runs things. Which could be catastrophic, but 500k a month, we are not affording that. Why are offering Kenzie Page a deal now? It's just on a tour, which technically means that they are joining them, but isn't at the same time, so that's fine. 2014, we need more people watching the shows. That's what we need. Anyway, let's get into this. I mean, first thing we do, we announce the next 2 teams, which is fine. We will announce Violence is Forever and Lost Psycho Circus. Lost Psycho Circus and Violence is Forever, and that's then a 3-minute thing, and that's them booked. Oh, I should actually just name it, shouldn't I, like I do? Crockett Cube. And like, there we go. That's that done. I think I know what I'm going to have here. One more time, Chris Angel's going to lose, and then he's going to cut a promo afterwards, which is going to set up the announcement of the final 2 teams. I'm going to give the K-Boy James Storm a win over him. I mean, Kenda's still here for today. That's something. But we've got more people in there. But I've Kent. I've Johnny Saint one now. Oh, I need to put this in. James Storm to beat him by pinfall. Obviously, with the last call. Don't need long on the match. And then after the match, we'll do it as a backstage interview, you know. And we just remove whoever we put as the rival, and yeah. So I'm in lower mid card. I don't need to be in now. I need to be in House of Talent, which then will have Simon Miller making his debut to. I mean, who are we going to put the rival as? Let's put it as the guy who he just beat, the K-Boy, James Storm, and the personality is, of course, Mayra Diaz Gomez. I think we just remove James Storm from the equation. In both regards. Yeah, you're in there, so that's fine. And then next week they can be officially announced as part of it. that can start the show and then move shit around after that. I think we're gonna have Kenzie Page take on the no, not Kenzie. No, it's the other one. It's Kylie. Kylie Page take on. Where's we're gonna have obviously ringside. Natalia Markova is going to beat Kylie Page, of course, with a Bon Voyage. Purpose. Yeah, let's make Natalia Markova look good. Kenzie Page is obviously going to interrupt. Let him have a modest 8 minutes, and I'm thinking then we can have someone debut to make the save. Attacker 1. I realise I do have to keep doing these. I could just search for him, it'd probably be a lot quicker. Kylie Page in the lower mid card. Why am I checking the mid card? I was in the right one to begin with. And then we can have someone debut to be like, nope, suckers, you're not doing this. I think Maddie Rankowski is the best option because I don't think we brought in many faces apart from her and Soruka, because Brooke Robertson is a heel. I forgot Taser Kills. I keep thinking Taser Kills is a female, it's a male. What else did we bring in? Did we bring anything else as a face? I don't think we did. Yeah, because we brought in Leatherwise and her real name, but we are gonna have Maddie Rankowski in her real name be the rescuer and making her debut, and then that will set up them two versus them two in the final week. They can go into the middle of the card. Okay, there we go. Book 27 minutes, another 27 minutes to be booked. Still need to book something for them, something for them, and something for them. And I'm going to have a promo. Just Colby Carino having a promo about they don't have to fight every week, so let's just have a little bit of a 2 King segment. Whereas Tom Latamara is going to go on a little chin wag against Colby Carino. Chin wag probably isn't the best term for what they're going to do, because it's going to involve a lot of talking. So there we go. We've still got 24 minutes to book, and we. Unless that's... No, that makes sense to me, the main event, really, doesn't it? It's a big match. What else do we need to do? We need to do something for Mims, Silas Young. No, Silas Mason. Why do I keep thinking Silas Young? Mims and Silas Mason. And them two are going to have the final match. I think we should do that now. Second... There are 3-match series in which Jay Bradley has won. I'd reckon Bulgarski did the promo last time. Not Jay Bradley. Well, he did what he needed to do. Kratos again. He's going to run his way through Jay Bradley. In about 5 minutes. They don't need long. Quite literally, it is just please kill him off for the final time. Also, that needs to go there. That can go there. Actually, that can go there. Yeah, that works. Do we need something from Mims and Silas still? What we're going to do for them? We have 90 minutes. I think we have we have a little maybe a little brawl. Who doesn't love a little brawl? And they can have a little brawl through the crowd. Mims, Silas Mason. Give him a little. I don't think they don't need like that long to brawl. Yeah. I shall do that there. We still have 13 minutes to book, which we don't have to book, but we're going to book to again give Blake Christian a win. He's been mostly just. Do we have any more? We have plenty of enhancement talent. What am I about? So, do we have any more enhancement talent? Yes. Quite a few enhancement talents. Who the fuck is Sage Chance? You're a guy who isn't great, but you're going to lose to Blake Christian. Ricky Choshu is gonna help Blake Christian beat Sage Chance. And not notes. They want notes. I wanted purpose. Make Blake Christian look good. And you don't need long. 5 minutes. Maybe we'll give him 6. I think we gave it almost 6. Yeah, we get 5. Okay. So we'll book 53. 7 minutes still left. Don't need to book it. Not really anything else I want to do. So here we go. And we're back into welcoming to NWA Livewire. Colby Carino starts off the night talking trash to Latimer, Tom Latimer, the NWA World Champion, who responds in kind. And then, first match of the evening, Chris Danger vs James Storm. Danger's performance was much worse than usual. We love that. 45% crowd reaction, half a star match quality, 47% overall final score. And though the next entrance to the Crockett Cup runners, 85% on this. Oh. Monster Clown and Psycho Clown, also known as Lost Psycho Circus runners, and we Dominic Garini and Kevin Koo. Violence is forever. And now Blake Christian took on Sage Chance and won. And it's a 37%. I think I always get to say one. Chris Danger lost to James. Sorry, anyway. 37% crowd reaction. 2-star match, 64% over match quality, and a final score of 47%. Not the worst. Mims and Silas Mason brawl through the crowd. An 80 segment. We love that. We love to see it. Jay Bradley took on Kratos in a half-star match, where Kratos beat him in 5 minutes. 34% crowd reaction. Half-star match quality, 40% final score. And then Chris Danger was interviewed backstage after all his issues he's having, and Simon Miller comes and just gives him a little nudge, like, I'm here for you, and to be like, maybe we need to go for a cup, maybe you need a partner. Wink, wink. 66% score pretty decent there. Kylie Page vs Natalia Markova in our main event. A 1-star match. 57% match quality. 41% crowd reaction. 47% final score, with Natalia Markova going over Kylie Page, of course. And then, to end off the evening, Kenzie and Kylie Page try to put a beat down on Natalia Markova, but a debuting Maddie Renkowski returning, I guess, makes an appearance to save Markova and run off the Page twins. 53% segment in the end, not the best, but not too bad. We could have got 67 because of those two great segments. I like how that's been put there for some reason. Anyway, our production settings are limited us. Better production, this could have been scored 67. That's fine. 45%, not too bad. And we're now into the final week before the Crockett Cup, the big one. And what a way to end it off before Christmas. It'll be at the Crockett Cup, and then after Christmas we'll come back, and then we can get into booking who they want to go from there, which I think is a pretty good idea. Dwayne signed another WWE. So has Paul Heyman. So has El Hijo del Fantasma. Nathan Fraser might be signing a new deal with WWE. AEW want him though. Matt Hardy could be staying with TNA. To look like no one else wants him, so could be. I also pressed on to that one for some accidentally. Anyway, 7 emails. Somewhere around where we sold 988 tickets. Didn't sell out again. 24,700 in ticket sales. Save America Mouse 1,376. Pretty decent. O'Shawn lost another 798 income. Unlucky. North America we made 9 grand. In Europe we made 2,600, so that's more. In Asia we made 1,182, which is going up, I think. And in Africa we only lost $5. We are getting huge in Africa. This is brilliant. We ignore the fact that we are hemorrhaging money and we're down to 1.5 mil. I don't think that has anything to do with how much money we're paying out in staff wages, does it? Not really. We're paying like, what, 13 grand. We're going to pay out a lot more this month because we've got the Crockett Cup. But surely the Crockett Cup's going to bring in big audience. You'd hope. Kenzie Page is going on a tour with them, so we just need to renew that contract. There we go. So she's staying. Kenta Kobashi is going to stay as well, I'm pretty sure. Billy Starks. It won't let me talk to Billy Starks. Has she signed? Is it 28 days until you can look at it? Billy Starks. Oh, it's a Z, of course, yeah. No, we can. They just wouldn't let me do it in that one. Okay. I like the idea of bringing in Billy Starks. I can't. It really annoys me that you can't look at someone's thing in there, so I can do this here. But I think we get the Billy Starks deal, because even if she does sign a new deal with AEW, which, let's be real, she will. Underdog, which kind of makes sense. So we'll that's us signing for the video, because we seem to have one every video. We're going to sign Billy Starks to a deal. I want her in my mid card because I think that's the best place for her currently. We get Billy Starks in on a deal. If AEW don't want to sign her to a new deal as well, that's really big for us. Especially as if they don't, and then it's like, if they do, and it's like, well, you can't have her now. It will be really disappointing. But we got a deal done, so that's something. AEW make a contract renewal offer for Billy Starks. Bailey Matthews with Volador Jr. for the 9th of June. I can do that. Billy Starks offered contract by AEW. That's the news one, and that's the other one. Okay, got it. Cool. That's fine. Win. We're in decent position. Into the final episode before we go to the Crockett Cup. If I can get... We could have a really good show here. But I mean, the big one's going to be how much we make from the Crockett Cup. Frankie Kazarian make a contract renewal to Frankie Kazarian. So Miller's been offered a contract by Prime. Billy Starks offered a deal by WWE. Williams increases his booking fee. What a knobhead. Okay. Depending on where Billy Starks signs, could be really big or really detrimental for us. Guess that's to be seen. Will they do business in a good way for us with the indie bookings? Which I do think, like, it should allow that more. It should put more indie bookings on contracts. Maybe they'll work on that in the future. We're still not at the thing. Billy Sarks has went to WWE. Only a 1-year deal. Sean Skywalker is offered a new deal by Dragon Gate. Dragon. But it should mean he'll still be here for the Crockett Cup and hopefully beyond the Crockett Cup. But I guess we'll see that soon enough. The blow-off episode before we get to the big event. And then I also forgot to actually put all the shit onto here, so thank you, Sons, an informal deal with AEW, cool. That doesn't really matter. Same with Simon Miller, doesn't really matter. Informal deals, we run them as well. It's not going to make a difference by the way we run this business. Might I just come and put a booking fee up to 100? Why is everyone? I get cost in living crisis, but Jesus Christ, hurry up, lads! Stop doing that. We're going to try the last two teams to announce now, which are the Ups in Danger Zone and the Grizzled Young Veterans, which will mean for once I need to actually I was going to put this in. Definitely not me forgetting it was called the Crockett Cup for a second. Final members of the Crockett Cup are announced. Pretty big thing there. Latimer, Carino, Kenzie Page and Natalia Markova, and Mims Silas. Mims vs Silas Taylor. I forgot to blow that one off. I will quickly do that. We can now end that storyline. Wait, actually, I want to see something. Honestly, is it going to make much difference to their popularity? Because it weren't a great feud. Kratos. Okay, like 20 everywhere. Is his name Bradley? No, it's Jay Bradley. Yeah, Jay Bradley. Here's 14 everywhere, and Wrecking Ball Legursky is 12 everywhere. And are we about to see them jump? Probably not for a 49 feud. So let's see, did they jump? And did they jump massively? Legursky went up 1 in North America from it, so that's something. It's not much, but Kratos went up 1 in everywhere apart from Africa. And no, his name was Carl Bradley. What was his name? It's not Bradley. It's just gonna be me keep forgetting his name. Jay Bradley. He didn't go up. He's 14 everywhere still. That's great. Alright, anyway. Final rounds of Crockett Cup announced. Into this we go. I went straight to a match for some reason. I want to do a contract signing between the of course, and every good contract signing ends in a pull-apart brawl. And it's going to be Latimer Carino, obviously. Carino, Latimer, pulled apart by staff. Where do I want personalities? I think we do personalities, like, for some of them. Personalities that make sense, like Raven. Them two. And so let's get into enhancement talent to Birchall and Jake Dumas. Yeah. That's a big segment for it. We want the I did have one thing to update on, which was the tag main event between the Pages and Markova and yeah, you know what I mean, Rankowski. I still haven't actually had Hailey J in a match. I keep taking, oh yeah, I wanted to push her, and I've just not used her as of yet in a match. We might fix that, because I kept saying I'm going to fix it, and I haven't. Chigusa Nagaya can run this because she's a female, and why not? And we're going to have Madri Renkowski get the pin over Kenzie Page. Actually, no. Let's give Markova that pin. A big pin in the go home thing. Can these? Does any of these have? No. Do they have a good wrestling skill? Maddie Renkowski most likely does, but I don't see the others having anything. Yeah, Maddie Renkowski on the greatest. But 30 minutes. Why are everyone happy about? Okay, so we can't have. Will they let me have someone else pin her? Like, Maddie Renkowski? Because WWE didn't have an issue with Renkowski. Or are we actually going to have to just... They didn't want Natalia Markova pinning Kenzie Page. Is that legit? Yeah, that is... I love that. Well, we don't want Natalia Markova to be... Maddie Renkowski, yeah, go for it. That'll start the show because it's a big event thing. Mims and Silas Taylor, the other feud. They actually had a brawl last week, so they can just have a brawl again. Why not? I don't know if anyone likes guitars, but Silas Mason looks like he'd like a guitar. That sounds like it should be an insult, but it's just a thing. He just looks like kind of like guitars. There we go. Good guitar shot to the head, and then that's all the feuds actually done. And then we just need to fill out another however long we want to fill out. Oh, I said I was going to give Hollywood Hailey J a match. So we're going to give her a match against La Rosa Negra. I always feel like I'm racist when I say her name. But it's just her name. We'll give Tom Pritchard. No, we'll give Jazz. We'll give Jazz the run out. She's not too bad in the ring. Hailey J, not too bad in the ring either, actually. And Hollywood Hailey J is going over. Actually, I think we have had her have a match, actually, because I recognise. Yeah. I'll give them 8 minutes. We've still got time to book, which we'll see. As every week, Blake Christian. Oh, where's Daisy Kill? He can beat Daisy Kill. He might have already beat Daisy Kill. I can't remember. And Johnny Saint can run this one. And it will be Blake Christian winning, as always. And that's... I didn't mean to put it for 1 minute. We'll give him 5 minutes. Maybe we'll give Blake Christian some actual really important matches after the pay-per-view, because he will be part of the title, the television arbiter, most likely. I'm actually gonna. We did it last week. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna give another tag team a little showcase, like one that might not be too known to people. And I'm thinking, for that one, we want a non-US team. And the least known of the non-US teams are ones that I already think might be alright. Actually, we're gonna have. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have the Immortals. Kratos, after his winning his feud, he's gonna name. Just putting against a heel team that can be Lycos Gym. I am just showing off the non. Just show off some talent. No, Lycos Gym, get a win. We'll make it competitive because I'll see Odinson and Kratos as talent, but then they're obviously not going to beat actually, sure, it's probably going to be hard to hit hit one of them kind of moves on him, so we'll do that. And do they have... I wouldn't think they would. I'd assume they wouldn't have good talent, and I think trying to steal the show might not be a good idea. So they could just go out, have a match, make it good. Oh, sorry about that. Definitely need to sneeze. Alright, okay. And then we booked 15 minutes, so we don't need to book anymore. That's fine. It really annoys me the way that this is all laid out though, because I like this kind of order. So unless we just move everything around the opposite way, or I don't think we can do that. No, because we have not enough. Yeah, I think that's how we do it. Yeah, we're gonna run the event like this. Don't know how if it's that good. Hopefully we'll get the 1,000 people in this time. So let's start the show and come back to NWA Live Wire. And we start off with Hollywood Hailey J beating La Rosa Negra in a 2-star match, 64%, but only 38% crowd reaction, 40% overall, pretty decent. La Rosa Negra didn't lose anything. Hailey J gains a little. Awesome. And in the next match, a 61 segment in which Colby Corino and Tom Latimer signed the contract for their match at the Crockett Cup, but it ends up turning sour when they begin to brawl. 80 on. They like Tom Latimer's getting some good reactions on his entrances. The promo from Latimer as well. Latimer's looking like a star for us. That's brilliant as the champion. And then Immortals, Kratos and Odinson took on the Lycos Gym 2 members entering the Crockett Cup, and the Lycos Gym get the win. Didn't gain anything from it. 37% crowd reaction, 2.5-star match, 68% match quality, 48% overall, pretty decent. We love that. We love to see that. Mims is laid out from a guitar shot by Silas Mason just before their match at the pay-per-view, 82%. Love that. Blake Christian took on Daisy Kill, and again Blake Christian picks up a win. 41% crowd reaction, 1.5-star match, match quality was 61%, and 49% overall. And that works well. Final members are announced for the Crockett Cup. It will be James Drake, and Zach Gibson, the Grizzled Young Veterans, take as well as Chris Danger and Simon Miller getting their wish from last week as the ups and danger zone of the last team to enter. Everyone gained. Love that. 72% segment. Love that. And in the main event, the Pages took on Natalia Markova and Maddie Wankowski. No one gained. 42% crowd reaction, 1.5-star match, 58% match quality, 48% final score, with Maddie Wankowski getting the pin on Kenzie Page, UNWA Women's Champion, to end the show and the run-in to the Crockett Cup. 45% good win, 55%. Not as good as last week, but we'll take it. I don't know how many people actually attended, because it had us getting over 1,000. Did we crack 1,000? Probably not. Summary of NWA Livewire. Sold 1,000 tickets. Made 20. So we sold out there. Made 25k. Made 1,400 in South America. Lovely. Lost 785 in Oceania. Not great. Made over 10 grand in NWA Live in North America, which I think is the first time we've done that. Made 2.5 grand in Europe. A little less fans from Europe this time. Made a grand in Asia. Pretty decent. Only lost $4 in Africa. And Danny B has left the NWA. Lovely. Osprey staying at AEW, so Swerve. Any other big news? Montez Ford could end up in AEW, might say WWE. Danny Luna's left TNA. I don't really care about losing Danny B. So like he's a big talent for us. We've replaced Johnny with Billy Starks. So there's that. Nick Khan signed another deal with WWE, of course. Nothing really big. Ella Henry is offered a contract by DVW, which will be non-mattering. And now, who's gonna... What's any big news coming up? Let's see. Hat's just kind of read backwards. Make my ears look big by doing that. There we go. Pop warms up. Charles Smithson's doing working for Hulk. Nothing big. Montez Ford stays with WWE. And Nick Nareth and Frankie Zarian have won the TNA World Tag Team Championships for the first time, beating the Hardy Boys. Lovely. And now on Saturday, I can't remember what day. Oh, it's on Saturday, yeah. So I don't know what day the Crockett Cup is. Crockett Cup is, of course, on the Saturday. I'll look ridiculous if I'm now wrong. Just me thinks to be wrong there, wouldn't it? But I'm pretty sure it's the 17th. It is. Surely, do you make an offer for Tiana Cafe? It's a contract renewal, so it's one they already had. Oh, it's Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Let's begin negotiations. For Miss Parker to come in. Obviously. Not negotiating a PPA contract. Okay. Sorry. We're not getting Miss Parker then. Anyway, let's book the event. It's time for the Crockett Cup. Give me a minute and I will get the content of the Crockett Cup up for everyone to see. So this is a little cut in a video, which is going to be these are all done in live action, so it's great for everyone here. I'm actually going to have to see something. Give me a moment. You will be... Oh. Okay, we are back. Hang on, let me try and... I needed to put them in, but I haven't put them all in yet. Okay, now we can just... Let's get up on my screen. No, it isn't. Okay. And there we go. It's now on the screen. In the middle of the screen, it's there. That is the tournament bracket. Yeah, that's the tournament bracket, which I will reappear when we get to the event. I need to put in all the. I should have put all. I should have sorted yours earlier. But I completely forgot I needed to do this. No, you can't see that. Don't know what you mean. I mean, they're not the same size, but it'll do. It becomes a thing when they'll just keep getting smaller and smaller. I mean, everyone watching on the stream is going to know what's coming anyway. It's just the people on the video won't. We need to put in 2 more. Everyone just gets a little view of it just before it gets taken away. Yeah. So there we go. That's there's one more. There we go. We're done. No, we're not. Still one more to go. This is the kind of thing where I actually accidentally put the wrong stuff in. There we go. So, people may have saw the results, people may not saw the results, but you'll know them anyway from the stream. So it's time to book the first matches. I am going to get the Render 16 up because I can't remember where everyone's got to go. And we are just going to kind of run with an order, which I think makes sense. We'll do one side of the draw, then the other side of the draw, then the matches like that. And then we'll sort stuff out from there. Our Sky team are in the first match of the draw against Zebrats. I don't want to give people too long because we've got 3 hours to book 15 matches here. Like, some matches aren't going to go long, some matches will go longer. I think we might just have like Johnny Saint win the entire tournament, with Zebrats taking the win. I mean, if any teams can we are just going to put everything. That's the way it's good, like good talent versus good talent, to steal the show. Because why not? There's going to be probably no promos or anything in this. Then we have, bottom of the thing, Violence is Forever taking on Boisterous Behaviour. You know what I mean? I think everyone knows who's winning this, really, let's be real. It's me. Like, obviously, we're booking the Boisterous Behaviour to go over in this match. We don't need to give them as much time. we might come to a thing when we go, oh, we can actually add a couple more minutes or take a few minutes off. I don't think these two are that good, were they? Nah. They can just have a match. Just hope for the best. Then we have Second Gear Crew in a match against Nox and Murdoch. Which means, if you were here for the first episode, you know what's coming here. Where is it? Mr. John Wayne Murdoch. And we're going to put in here. I'll spell his name. Murdoch turns on Nox. Sorted. I need to still Johnny Saint's still gonna do this. We only have to put the thing, cocky cup thing in at the final, don't we? So that's fine. And one Commanders can take the pinfall on Mike Knox. And look, these two, they don't need much long. Give them 5 minutes and then that's when it happens. We also need John Wayne Murdoch to interfere, and then the Ups and Danger Zone are going to get to take. I feel like so sad. This is what I'm doing. The Ups and Danger Zone are taking on Red Dragon. I wish I would have put a thing for put in oh, who do you think is going to win the tournament? Let's see what people thought. Because let's be real, I didn't mean to type in that one. Type in that one. Sorry, I'm just messing. I keep losing this chat. Yeah, Johnny Saint's obviously going to win it. I think it's quite clear that the people who are going to win this match are not the Ups and Danger Zone. They're not in that position yet. I'm not going to have Chris Tage take the pin. Instead, Accent Smash. Because they're going to do the high-low. I don't really need to put that in because they're going to do the high-low. I don't need to put in finisher bits because most of them are going to just do the tag finisher. Neither of these are going to be good in the ring. They're better than I thought they'd be, but they're still not that good. I'm still going to give them 6 minutes before. Let's give them 7. I don't think we need this one to go long too far. That can go 3 minutes. And then we can give them, because I like the idea of going on them 8 minutes. We've booked 28 minutes and 4 matches. So then it's on the other side of the draw, the first team, Grizzled Young Veterans and All Rebellion, which is going to be a fucking banging match. I hope. Zach Gibson is going to get the pin. Actually, it's normally James Drake gets the pin, ain't it? For them. With obviously the. Is it Grit Your Teeth they use there? Yeah, it's Grit Your Teeth, ain't it? I don't know if they changed it, actually. They might have. Obviously, I would love to put Make History, but I don't think they're. Because I think you need popularity, and I don't think their popularity is good enough for it. Yeah, the popularity is quite low. However, they can definitely steal the show and put on a banging match as one of the teams who are the longest in this first round, 14 minutes. Then gonna have the Rascals in action. Which version of the Rascals are we going to put out? The version I was going to put out originally, which is Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz against the Country Gentleman. That person, it is the Country Gentleman with Joe Kazana at ringside. Have we just lost someone in the middle of booking this? Oh yeah, Joe Kazana, because he's in the ring. Although showing someone from agenting. Zachary Wentz going to get the pin on AJ Kazana. With the thanks for the memory, just because. Yeah. I think Kazana's going to try and get involved, but let's be real here, they're going no longer than 5 minutes. With obviously the Rascals going over. What else we got? Sunshine Machine versus Lycos Gym, the all British affair, which will mean part of Britain are guaranteed to lose here. Such a shame. Which will mean Kid Lycos is going to get the pinfall. This is me having trying to remember all the matches off the top of my head, by the way. Like, I think I've done well. I also don't have it totally don't have it written down in front of me. Who's gotta go where? So like, we just right. Yeah, he's gonna pin Chuck Mambo, this is actually kind of a shout out to their matches in the UK, because I'm pretty sure Lycos Gym not too recently, but Lycos Gym won the tag belts, turning heel against the Sunshine Machine. So, you know, like, call it to the British independent scene there. And the last match, the Colognes taking on Los Psychosecus. Like, matches don't need to go long in the first round. They've still got to go more matches, with Psycho Clown getting the pinfall victory on Primo. I don't know why I've chosen Primo. I just have chosen Primo. We will probably give matches more and less time depending on. Well, 8 matches in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 matches into the card. We're an hour in. So that's like, and that's halfway of the tournament done. We still need to get another 3 matches in, which we will have the first of in this middle section, which we'll see Mims take on Silas Mason. Why do I keep calling everyone Taylor? Which will let Kenta Kobashi run, and Silas Mason is taking that title. Although maybe it works better not to have him take the belt and then put Colby Corino in that spot to take it from him next month. No, I think we're going to have Silas Mason win it, because I think that's just a bigger star to have in the match. They can go like 12 minutes. I need to put the belts on the line. Which is the NWA National. Yeah, which hopefully they'll have a good match. Then we go into the second round of matches, which we'll see if I put that one up now. I'll be able to see where we go from here. Which I'm pretty sure I've put the right winners in every match. If I haven't, it'll be an awkward one where someone loses and goes through still. Anyway, it will see Zebrats taking on Boisterous Behaviour. And I think we all know where this is going to go. It's obviously going to be Shun Skywalker taking the victory. I know, crazy. And we're protecting Leon Slater again. Skywalk moonsault, and we just put Steal the Show on because I think they might be able to do it. And I think we can give these like 10 minutes. Because we only got to get 4 matches in here, other than not. We might have to cut down matches if too much. We then have the second gear crew taking on Red Dragon. And obviously Joe Saint again on the call. And obviously the Red Dragon are winning. Also, you realise the person who wins the matches is the person who didn't take the pinfall normally, but one Commanders will take the pinfall this time. So far, that was the case in the other match. Yeah, I don't think I can steal the show actually. Like 7 minutes. Actually, I want 8. I'll give them 8 minutes. I'll have a lucky little good match. This is just so many matches on a card. And on the other side of the draw, it's the grizzled young veterans taking on the Rascals. What a nice little callback this is. And they'll go 15 minutes, which will mean the young veterans have had the longest matches in the first 2 rounds. But they are, of course, going to get the win again. I don't need to do that because they're going to need to grit your teeth. I'll put the wrong iteration of them in. Try again. That's the iteration we need. That makes a lot more sense. With the purpose of stealing the show. Nothing else needed. Notes, no. Cool. Nope. Cool. Didn't like it. Still didn't get it as well. Then the final match of this round is the Battle of the Elves. Lost Circus versus Lycos Gym. The Battle of the Masks as well. Apart from Lycos Gym no longer has his Kid Lycos no longer has his mask. Johnny Saint. I can't remember who wins. I might have to just look at the semis quickly to know who wins. I think I know who wins, but there you go, Lost Circus. Psycho Clown again gonna get the victory over Kid Lycos 2 because you are normally the guy who's there just to take the pinfall. Shit, I'm sure they can steal the show. No, surely they can. And they're gonna go 10 minutes. Then we have the match between the women's title match now, where Kenzie Page takes on Natalia Markova. Sorry that's sound in the background, I can't do anything about that. Give me a moment. Try and muffle it as much as I can. Everyone got a good bit of arse there. That will be the for the Women's World Championships. With Chikusa Nagawa on the call, and we are going to have Kenzie Page retain. Neither of them are good enough in the ring to steal the show, so they're just, and just to give like time, like we have 63 minutes to book 4 matches. they can go 10 minutes. They're not going to be an insanely good match, let's be real. So, and then we have the semi-finals of the... I just realised you can't see anything behind this. Like, I will show you the entire card before we end. There we go to semi-finals, where it will be Zebrats. I could never manage to press. I can never manage to grab the teams. Taking on Red Dragon with Johnny Saint on the call, and Red Dragon are going to take the victory here over Shun Skywalker. Over Ishin. I like Shun Skywalker. I think he could do some stuff. And these are actually going to have like 18 minutes to go there and steal the show. Main reason is I just think this might this just be a really good match, which leaves us 35 minutes to book 3 matches. I might have to do a little rejiggling, which I think we can do. I think we've written that down to be the other longest match in this is 10 minutes. So I think give them 12 gives us a little bit more time. The longest any match has gone in this tournament is 15. We'll have another minute back from them being 17 instead. And then Grizzled Young Veterans taking on Los Psycho Circus. And I've got all this is covered by this. Okay. Let me just uncover this, because I don't need it now. I didn't mean to do that one. Sorry, I've been actually covering everything I've been doing, yeah. But Johnny, that's not good for content. But Johnny Saint then on the call, and the winning team will be. Wait, why James Drake? Why did I put that Gibbs? Oh, I can't press buttons. James Drake to get the pinfall over Monster Clone. Doesn't need a finish because it's going to be the Grit Your Teeth, and they're gonna steal the show, and they're gonna only. I'm going 11 minutes on them. Mostly of we still need to book 2 more matches, and one of them's got to go like 10 minutes. So, which is this one has to go at least 10 minutes, surely. So I think we do go like 11 minutes, and I'll try and claw back the time somewhere else for the next match. I don't think we need to really. Tom Latimer's going to win. He's going to retain his belt with the brighter side of suffering. NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. No match gimmick needed. I'm going to say, sorry Colby, make Tom Latimer look good. Actually, no, I don't think we need to. I think legit he just gets that by retaining. And then the main event, which we will flash up here, the finals, Red Dragon versus Grizzled Young Veterans, which will be, as long as I'm allowed to get it to be. Let's be real here. I want to not really go over time, but I don't know if we're going to get penalised for going over time, so I do want them to go like 19 minutes, 18 minutes. Like, we're killing off these teams. In which the Crockett Cup and the NWA World Tag Team Championships are on the line, with the World Tag Team Championships being on the line, being there because they lost them, and the winning team will be Red Dragon, because I'm pretty sure Kyle O'Reilly has signed a deal in which we will be able to keep him around. Otherwise, GYV would have been going over. Notes, no? No, don't need them ones. I mean, these two teams, surely they have... Wow, GYV don't have any popularity, but... I mean, neither does he. But I assume Kyle O'Reilly's got insane... 38, okay. They're not going to be able to steal... to be able to make history, but... Steal the show. They could definitely steal the show. Major spot. Like, this could be... This will be an insane match for us. Also, just to show off the little... This is how the tournament will go. Anyway. Yeah. Are we running over? We're running 2 minutes over. Do I need to cut this down by 2 minutes? Probably. Like, look, I could give them like 13 minutes. Which is still the second longest match in the tournament. Third longest because he votes. Actually, why are they going to censure? I can just put that down to like 16. And then the GIV and the Rascals can still go longer. And we are now in a good stead for the evening. We can get 1,500 people into the venue. So we're going to closest to expected. We go capacity. Okay, then we go closest to expected. John F. Kennedy Civic Arena, Palladium Times Square. I think we got Palladium Times Square. Unless there's like one that's... Oh, do we go like... Where was Jim Crockett's promotions mainly? I know they probably went across. They were mostly Charlotte, North Carolina, which will mean we can do the Crockett Cup in Charlotte, North Carolina if there's a good enough place to do one. Like, it's just going to be a local large sports hall. Or better off going in New York. Or it's South Carolina. There's not really anything in South Carolina either. Okay. I don't know my geography of America, so we are just going to run New York City in that not in that one. In the Palladium Times Square. So, yeah. There we go. We're apparently going to get 1,500 people in, so we're losing. We've not got 600 people in there, but we should be able to make the money back on that, I'd assume. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've touched that. Okay. Right. Anyway, this is the entire card. You've got the first round of the tag tournament, then you've got the NWA National Heavyweight Championship between Mims and Silas Mason. Then you got the quarters before Mackenzie Page and Natalia Markova go 1-on-1 before the semi-finals, and then Colby Carino vs Tom Latimer for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and the main event, the final of the NWA Crockett Cup, and for the NWA World Tag Team Championships, the Grizzled Young Veterans, Red Dragon for all the marbles. That's really annoying. That's really gonna fuck with it. Well, I can't do anything about the background noise, so sorry about that. Hopefully I won't ruin the video. Anyway, let's get into this. I need to just talk really loud apparently, otherwise it will just be fucking awful. Ready, here we go. It is time to wait loads. Welcome everyone to the NWA Crockett Cup, and we will first show off, before we get into the results, the round of 16 for the Crockett Cup, in which El Sky team will take on Zebrats, Boisterous Behaviour will take on Violence is Forever, Second Gear Crew versus Nox and Murdoch, the Ups and Downs Zone taking on Red Dragon, Grizzled Young Veterans versus All Rebellion, Country Gentlemen versus the Rascals, Sunshine Machine versus Lycos Gym, and Lost Psycho Circus versus the Colognes. And we start off the evening's action with El Sky Team versus Zebrats, with the Sky Team, not Sky Team, with Zebrats, with Skywalker getting the victory for them. Oops. And the match was good, but could have been better with a bit more time to tell a story. So I only gave them 10 minutes. But it was a good match, and 47% crowd reaction, 3.5 star match, 8% match quality, 59% overall, not bad. And in the second match, Violence is Forever took on the Boisterous Behaviour, 35% crowd reaction, 3-star match, 8% again, and 51% overall, with the Boisterous Behaviour going over and beating Violence is Forever to get to the next round. And in the third match of the evening, Second Gear Crew versus Nox and Murdoch, 45% crowd reaction, half-star match, 47% overall. After this match doesn't go long because, well, Nox and Murdoch, the match was just begun, and Murdoch turns on his own partner and attacks Mike Knox. And, well, there was a little brewing of John Wayne Murdoch making his debut for the NWA to take out Mike Knox with the help of Trevor Murdoch. And, well, Second Gear Crew took advantage and took the win. And in the third match of the evening, the Ups and Downs Zone, no, the fourth match of the evening, sorry, Ups and Downs Zone took on Red Dragon in a match in which the Red Dragon won. 44% crowd reaction, not the best. 3-star match, 74% match quality, and a 54% overall. It's a tough one for the Ups and Downs Zone. They thought they could do it in this, and they just didn't have enough, and the Red Dragon take the win. It was always going to be a tough ask for them. And then in the second half of the bracket, the first match, Grizzled Young Veterans versus All Rebellion, in a 50% crowd reaction, a 4.5-star match, match quality 92%, 65% overall, as the Grizzled Young Veterans get through the first round, beating off All Rebellion. Really forced to grit their teeth there. And then the Rascals, Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz took on the Country Gentlemen, and even with the outside interference, it wasn't enough, as the Rascals took the win. Crowd reaction 45%, a 2.5-star match quality, and a 54% overall. And we get to the next match here, as the Sunshine Machine took on Lycos Gym. The all British affair saw Lycos Gym get the victory. 34% crowd reaction, 3-star match with an 88% match quality, and a 51% overall score. Lycos Gym are through to the second round. And then the final match of the first round saw the Colognes, Epico and Primo take on Lost Psycho Circus, and Lost Psycho Circus went out and got the win very decisively. 42% crowd reaction, 2.5-star match, 68% quality, 52% final score, not bad. And now into our first title match of the evening, Mims took on Silas Mason, and we have ourselves a new NWA National Heavyweight Champion, as Silas Mason beats Mims to take home the National Heavyweight Championship. But now we're back into the Crockett Cup, and let's show you the brackets as they stand now as we go into the quarterfinals. Zebrats taking on Boisterous Behaviour. The Second Gear Crew taking on Red Dragon. Grizzled Young Veterans in action against the Rascals. And Lyco's Gym take on Lost Psycho Circus. And first up, it was Sean Skywanish and the Zebrats taking on man like Doris and Leon Slater, the Boisterous Behaviour. And in the end, Zebrats take the win. 39% crowd reaction, 3.5 star match, 80% match quality, and 54% overall. And then in the next match on that, Second Gear Crew, the team who had a nice easy ride into this round after picking up the scraps of dissension between Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch, but they still couldn't get it done against the Red Dragons, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. 45% crowd reaction, 3-star match quality of 80%, and a 58% final score as the Red Dragon take home the victory. And into the third match of these quarterfinals, a rematch of the Dusty Rhodes Classic in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. It will be James Drake and Zach Gibson with the Grizzly Young Veterans versus Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz, the Rascals. And it is the grizzled young veterans who grit their teeth and get through a barnstormer of a match. 4.5 star match, 90% match quality, 52% crowd reaction, and 67% overall match. And into the next match, the final match of these quarterfinals, it was Lost Psycho Circus taking on Lyco's Gym in a match that just wasn't the best. A 2-star match, 40% crowd reaction, 43% crowd reaction, 51% overall. Not the best match, but Lost Psycho Circus take out Lycos Gym to get themselves into the semi-finals. And then it was time for the women's title match, the NWA World Women's Championship on the line. Kenzie Page versus Natalia Markova in a match in which Kenzie Page retains her NWA Women's World Championship. 40% crowd reaction, 1.5 star match, 62%, and a 40% overall. Not the greatest match between the two of them, but Kenzie Page retains. Into the semi-finals we go now, as we sit here with this is the bracket for the semi-finals. It will be Zebrats of Shun Skywalker and Ishin taking on the Red Dragon in what promised to be a barnstormer match. Both teams really putting on a performance as the Red Dragon take out the Zebrats to be the first team in the finals of this year's Crockett Cup. 40% crowd reaction, 4.5 star match quality 88%, didn't outdo because of Young Veterans versus Rascals, and a 64% overall final score, not the worst. Red Dragon are in the final. And then in the other match in these semi-finals, it was the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Lost Psycho Circus, and Grizzled Young Veterans getting the win. They are going to go to the finals to take on Red Dragon, and what a final that promises to be. 48% crowd reaction, 2.5 star match, and a final score of 55% for that match. 67% match quality, I don't think I mentioned that. So, not the worst, not the best. But here we go into our other main event of the night, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Tom Latimer versus Colby Carino, and Latimer retains the belt. 43% crowd reaction, 2-star match, 65%, and a 51% overall score as Tom Latimer retains the World's Heavyweight Championship. And in our main event of the evening, it was the Grizzled Young Veterans taking on the Red Dragon for the Crockett Cup and to be the new NWA World Tag Team Champions, as we knew after that first round capitulation and utter chaos that we would be getting new tag team champions, and it is Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the Red Dragon, taking home those prestigious championships. 53% crowd reaction, a 5-star match, 95% match quality, and a 68% overall score as the Red Dragon end the night, holding up that Crockett Cup and with the tag team championships around their waist. What a brilliant match this turned out to be. What a brilliant event this turned out to be. The first pay-per-view of the Shane O'Mac era, and it ends with our new tag team champions on top. Well done to the Red Dragon. And that was a great event. It would have been a 64 if we had the stuff to do it, but a 45%, we maxed out, which is what we want to do every show minimum. Could have got 64. Pretty good to say it was a 15 match card. No, that was just that. There was 18 matches on that card. God Lord, the people who had to sit there for them 3 hours, and it went bang on 3 hours. As we get to the end of the first pay-per-view cycle of this new Shane McMahon era, and the Crockett Cup ending with our new tag team champions, the Red Dragon, and what a team. I also forgot to update. I've been doing all that with that in the way. Sorry, that's just really gonna ruin the finals and all that. But that was the finals, and then we had this. This is the final bracket of the Crockett Cup, with Red Dragon taking home the belt. Congratulations to them. And then let's have a look into. We've got 8 mail. Let's have a look what we got. Okay, that doesn't really matter to us. Summary of the NWA Crockett Cup. We sold 1,694 tickets, 42 grand made in ticket sales. We love to see it. Triller in South America made $24,000 in income off our 2,500 viewers. The NWA Crockett Cup made $1,210 in income from our 221 viewers in Oceania. Only time we're probably going to make profit in Oceania is these big events. And in North America, we made a whopping $112,430 from 11,000 viewers. So, not an insane amount of viewers, but plenty was what we needed. We made money. And then the NWA Crockett Cup also made us $39,390 in Europe with our 4,000 viewers. And in Asia, we made $22,270 from 2,327 viewers. Not crazy numbers, but good enough numbers. And in Africa, we made $9,880 in income from 1,088 viewers. We are getting big in Africa. Like, this is pretty decent to be doing. Which, from that event alone, we have made over 150k. Which means our finances are now looking a lot healthier. We've made 279k so far this month. And that's after just 2 episodes of the Crockett Cup. No. Is it 2? 2 episodes of NWA Livewire and the Crockett Cup, with more events still to come. Obviously, we lose money in production in that time. We still have to pay staff wages. Obviously, they'll go up as well. But we made insane amounts of money on that deal. We made 237 already. Like, these pay-per-views are going to be what's going to drag us. We're going to make losses, but like, between the 5th and 12th, we made not as much money as I think we made, to be fair. No. Because we only made up 20,000? Yeah. 509. Yeah, we made 20,000. So, not crazy, mate, but it did what it needed to do. Our next big event is in 8 weeks' time at NWA Into the Fire. We've got 8 episodes of TV before we get there. But for now, I will see you guys when we get to that. But for now, it is a peace. Goodbye.